All right, guys, the volatility is back, which means the excitement is back. I was only making like 1,000, altcoins doing nothing, and now the excitement is back. True, I'd rather be seeing a pump right now, but honestly, I'm just as excited that we're dumping. There's going to be some great opportunities, the last opportunities to buy cheap crypto going into that bull market next year. This is a flash crash. I was talking about it last week. I said we're probably going to dump. I just don't feel the good sentiment. We have 7 months left till the halving, and I just don't see us not having one more big capitulation dump. Okay, so what happened? Well, I made a video yesterday. A lot of people were blaming this dump on Elon Musk. They thought Elon Musk, through SpaceX, sold a bunch of Bitcoin, but it looks like that might not even be true. It looks like he may have just wrote down a certain amount of Bitcoin that they had as a loss. I'm still trying to figure it out, but crypto investors are such pussies. There's such dumb money in crypto, which is the beauty, because all the dumb money allows us, the smart money, to make money. But there's so many pussies living in their mom's basement in crypto that are just completely nervous wrecks. And the minute any news that can be construed as negative comes out, they dump all their Bitcoin. This is all dumb retail money dumping their Bitcoin. Good for you. I'll buy your bags, dummies. But it looks like, here's the article. SpaceX wrote down a report on August 18th that sparked confusion among the crypto community. The report published in the Wall Street Journal puzzled many who questioned whether SpaceX held 373 million worth of Bitcoin and sold it in 2021, 2022, or whether they only reduced their Bitcoin exposure by the same amount. Here's from Twitter. This guy, I actually read the report. I think Bitcoin Magazine is wrong. Yes, the report claims that SpaceX marked down the value of their Bitcoin by 373 million. That doesn't mean they sold 373 million. But selling some doesn't necessarily mean they have no Bitcoin left. The document shows SpaceX total of 373 million last year, blah, blah, blah. So that's the thing. Nobody really knows. As we all know, Elon Musk revealed in 2021 that SpaceX holds Bitcoin, as does Tesla, on its balance sheet. And I'm sure Elon Musk holds Bitcoin personally, too. The SpaceX write-off claims were also believed to be one key catalyst behind the $2,000 Bitcoin price drop. It was actually more now. Bitcoin's dropped like $4,000. Musk hasn't addressed the issue. So what I could see happening now, since Elon Musk hasn't said anything, is he makes a Twitter post saying, yeah, we sold a little bit just for tax reasons, or we didn't sell anything. We just had to show how much of a loss we were because Bitcoin's been dumping, and then Bitcoin's going to go right up to $30,000 again, and all the dummies who sold everything are going to get screwed. So I can't believe it. I mean, I've always known humanity is really stupid and just absolutely emotional, but to have this big of a flash crash off something so stupid, I can't believe it. Now, there's some other articles just thinking we're dumping because there's too much leverage in the market. I mean, this article says, Wall Street Journal report late yesterday citing internal company documents, blah, 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 Elon Musk. While long squeeze is what really happened, professional traders say market structure and liquidations were a likely reason for the sudden drop instead of a singular fundamental catalyst. It could be a little bit of both. The thing with crypto is all news driven. So I kind of think that Elon Musk BS news caused the initial dump, and then maybe you just had a bunch of speculators and leverage players just basically getting liquidated. As you know, when there's big dumps in the market, that's why you should never do leverage or trading or shorting. What happens is if you bought Bitcoin or if your stop loss is at $26,000 and Bitcoin goes from 29 to 26.5, what the exchanges are going to do is they're going to make sure you get liquidated, because you're not the only one with a liquidation at 26.5. So they basically manipulate to get you flushed out, and that basically causes another cascade of horror in the markets. So that's kind of what happened. It's kind of funny, Gareth Soloway, who I like him. I just think he's been wrong on crypto. And when Bitcoin was at 15,000, he was calling for $3,000. And now he's back. So what happens is with Gareth Soloway is he's forever bearish on crypto, basically. Bearish, 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 bearish. Everything's bearish. We're going to 3,000. We're going to 10,000. So eventually, he just says this for years. And eventually, we get a big dump. And then, of course, they dig him up and they prop him back up. So let's see what he has to say. But he's just kind of like the guy who's in Florida calling for a hurricane every day. Then you finally get a hurricane. And he's like, I told you so. Not so fast, Gareth. Because I know people who are in your trading school that trade at Luna to zero. I know people who are afraid to buy Bitcoin at $15,000 because you said it was going to $8,000. You're not all that good. You're a charlatan who makes money off selling a crypto course. Just like Don Lapre or Carlton Sheets with his real estate course. You're no different than them. You do have some skills with trading, but Bitcoin and crypto, pretty much news driven, 4-year cycles. We don't need your fucking course because it's common sense. I called this dump 2 days ago, and it was because it was common sense. Sentiment was turning, 7 more months to the halving. We got to get one more dump. Maybe they made 2 more dumps, but one more capitulation dump was like a guarantee in my book. So let's hear a little bit of Gareth Soloway today.
Bitcoin. So that's another key level. As you go down, each level that breaks, it basically opens the door like a magnet pulling the market to the next level. So,
and I hate this too. They all do it, not just Gareth Soloway. They're always like, well, if Bitcoin drops below 29,000, we could probably go to 28. If we drop to 28,000, we could go to 27. If we drop to 27,000, oh, we could go to 26,000. It's like, well, no fucking shit. Jesus Christ.
Really, you can see now we're starting to trade down on Bitcoin here. I wouldn't be surprised if we touch the 25K level, probably within maybe even this weekend. Now,
I called that last week. We're definitely hitting 25 something.
Now, I think some exchanges you saw a bigger flush where it almost hit it already. I'm on Bitstamp right here. It didn't get that to that point per the chart, but I think that probably will get tested. And then again, if you're a bull, you need that 25 to hold, because if it doesn't, it opens the door to 20,000.
Yeah, it wicked down primarily on the leverage exchanges. So I mean, this is Bybit perpetual. And the reason why it wicked down is because there's just no liquidity in the markets anymore. This is the lowest trade volume that we've had on Bitcoin, I think, ever. Well, not ever, but when I say ever, in the modern Bitcoin era, this is the lowest liquidity we've had. And the problem is that when you get forced sales in a low liquidity environment, there's just no buyers. There's no liquidity, and so that's why we're getting this dip. Garrett, I saw Bitcoin dominance break the trend, but actually to the downside. So I mean, if you call out the Bitcoin dominance chart. Let me know what you think of, you had a thesis that dominance was probably going to go up. Here's dominance, and dominance is going down.
Yeah, that was a big, because I think what you ended up happening is there was a lot of stops triggered and a lot of panic that hit Bitcoin. I mean, if you look at Bitcoin, it's held up so well in the alt scenario where the alts have been getting crushed. And then, so this was almost like, for a lot of investors that are relatively new, this was almost like a shock. Like, holy cow, Bitcoin's barely moved 1% a day. Now it's down 10%. This scares them. And so it creates this additional selling pressure. So at least in the short term, we're seeing the Bitcoin dominance come down. But I would say that I do expect it to rebound over time and start to gain traction again.
What do you think of U.S. Treasury yields?
Anyway, so even though we're dumping in Bitcoin or dumping in everything, Bitcoin dominance is not crazy. So, that's also a positive that people are still overall bullish in crypto. Okay, so that's the Gareth Soloway news. Is there anything else? No, you guys, that's it. Typical stuff in crypto and Bitcoin. I'm enjoying this dump. I don't know if you guys can tell. Like I said, I haven't been making many videos because it was boring. I don't care if Bitcoin drops down to $20,000. That'll mean I can get a 15-cent Cardano. I don't think it's going to happen. I think the bottom's going to be about in the 25 range. We're only $150 from going into the $25,000 range. This is a massive, massive dump, and there's a lot of people just like me, just like you, looking to buy this dump. If we get some catastrophic news, yeah, Bitcoin could go down to $20,000. But overall, I think $25,000 is going to be the bottom. And I just checked the chart right now. It looks like Bitcoin is almost in the $25,000 range. So I think we're going to get a dump probably down to 25,500, 25,000, and then probably get a major pump right back up to right back up to maybe $28,000 or $29,000, and then we'll probably just hang out between 27 and 29 for like the next 5 or 6 months. Either way, buying opportunity. I'm excited. This is great stuff. We'll see what happens. I know your altcoins are getting hit very, very hard, but if you've been following this channel, you should have already bought a ton of Cardano at 23 cents, 24 cents. So, and Litecoin at $50. We're buying Litecoin at $50 on this channel. You're just essentially getting another opportunity to buy some more. You'll be thankful for this dump in 2024 when you realize you have more crypto you were able to accumulate because of this dump. Like and subscribe. Talk to you later.